The first time I realized something was off was on our wedding night, when my wife turned to me, eyes shining with tears, and confessed she'd only married me for a green card. I stood frozen, tuxedo still on, as she whispered that her real boyfriend had been right beside us the whole ceremony, our so-called best man. My heart plummeted while she said she was sorry, that they'd planned it all out, that she'd loved him since college, but needed me to stay in the country. I didn't scream. I didn't even cry. I just stared at the wall while she grabbed her phone and started texting him from our marital bed. I thought about leaving, but for reasons I can't explain, I stayed. The next days blurred into a fever dream of awkward breakfasts, forced smiles for family, and stolen glances between her and him. They tried to keep it subtle, but I saw his hand brush hers under the dinner table, her lips quirk into a private smile. One night, I walked in on them arguing in the kitchen, voices low but urgent. She said, "He's my husband. You can't just barge in here." He spat back, "You promised me. This was just paperwork." I ducked out before they saw me, bile rising in my throat. I confronted her the next day, and instead of apologizing, she laughed, said I was being dramatic, that I got what I wanted, a beautiful wife, a story to tell. She moved into the guest room. The best man started showing up more often, sometimes staying late into the night. I caught them kissing in the garage, and that time I did scream. She told me to grow up, that this was real life, not a fairy tale. I started to wonder if I was the interloper in my own marriage, if I was the foreigner in my house. But here's the part I never expected. As the weeks dragged on, I realized I wasn't angry anymore. I was relieved. I'd married her for all the wrong reasons, too, chasing an ideal, trying to fill some hollow space inside myself. Their betrayal forced me to see the truth. I was just as much an actor in this farce as they were. So one morning, I packed my bags, left my ring on the kitchen counter, and walked out the door, finally honest with myself for the first time in years.